Hey guys, it's Life with Chloe, and today I'm going to be doing my everyday makeup look. So first I like to start with moisturizer. I always wash my face before I do makeup, and so I just did it in the shower. And now I'm going to moisturize with Pond's Dry Skin Cream right here. And you really don't need a lot of this. Like, I take like one scoop and I use it all over because this stuff is like really thick and moisturizing, so you don't need a lot at all. Also, make sure you're always touching your face with clean hands, especially with the Rona going around. Next, I like to spray my face down with whatever setting spray I'm using. Today I'm using Heritage Store Rose Water and Glycerin. Just to give me like a dewy foundation to start with. Okay, so normally I am a brows after foundation type of girl, but I'm starting to come back to the other side and do my brows first. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do today. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss, but I have like really thin brows, which is cool because then I can, you know, do my eyebrows however I want to. So this brow pencil is just from the beauty supply, and I'm starting to like getting more cool toned like pencils. This one's called Espresso. It's from LA Colors, instead of like warm tone for my brows, because I just think it looks more natural. Because I mean, my eyebrow color is cooler tone, so it just makes sense. I never get them matching when I'm first outlining them. They just look crazy until I get the concealer. Now I'm gonna take LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Warm Honey. This small little brush. I think this is from e.l.f. I've had it so long, I don't know. And I'm just gonna take the concealer and put it on the brush. Like that. And then outline the brows. And then I like to drag it down just so that it's easier to blend. And then I'll take this little brush and blend. And I take a little spoolie to like brush out the front. And yeah, then do the same thing on the other side. It takes a while for me to perfect my brows when I do them before, but they always turn out looking so much better. So this is gonna take me a while. I'll be back when these are done. Okay, now that I'm done with that, I'm gonna go into foundation. So I don't use primer. I probably should, but I just don't. Like, that's not something I really do. So I'm just gonna go straight in with my foundation, and I use the MAC Studio Fix Fluid liquid foundation in the shade NC47. It's a little dark for me, it's my summer shade, but I'm trying to go for the glowy look, so I'm gonna use it. And before I do that, I always spray myself down again. Try not to get the brows though, because I don't want to mess them up. And so I don't have a pump, so I normally am trying to like not get my hands dirty, because I would just pour it on the back of my hand. I use the same brush I used to do my foundation, and I dip into it and then just dot it on my face. And this is a really full coverage foundation, so like a little bit goes a long way. As you can see, this is dark, but it's fine. Move this out the way. So I don't use a beauty blender anymore. I like to use a brush because I feel like it just gives me a better look. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I just like how it looks better. So I go in like this and just kind of like push it into my skin, kind of. And if you're not careful, like a brush can leave streaks, so I just push it in. So I have a nose ring, and so I try to avoid getting makeup on it. So I put foundation on my nose on this side, but I try to just wipe this way with it. I don't touch the nose ring at all because I'm scared. And this is like a matte foundation, so it looks really drying, which I kind of like because I have like almost oily skin. It's not all the way. I have areas where it's really oily. Okay, now that we're done with that, we're gonna go into concealer. So today I'm using two concealers. There are LA Girl Pro Concealer, of course, but I have the shade Warm Honey again and the shade Medium Beige. One of them is lighter than the other. I take Warm Honey first. If it'll squirt out. Oh, there it is. And go under the eye. And then I do the nose. And a little bit of the forehead. So I do that first, and then I take a little sponge and I wet it. And I take it, and my hand's always soaking wet. Take it and blend. And so highlighting and contouring just gives your face dimension. Like if I just put foundation on and left, it would look kind of weird. So to balance it out, you conceal under the eyes and contour so that, you know, you don't look 2D. And I always do this weird thing with my hand when I'm doing my makeup. I just have it like this. I always forget about it. So once I'm done with the first concealer, I take the second one that's a little bit lighter and I just put a little bit right there in the eyes so that it brightens me up just a little bit more. Then I take my same foundation brush and I blend into my nose and also like around if it's looking weird. Okay. After that, I take this little e.l.f. palette I have. I don't even know. You can't even tell, it says it's lips and face. I don't even know what palette this is. It was gifted to me really randomly, but the colors in here, the bronzer and the banana powder and the blushes, really good. So I take the banana powder and I set under my eyes. And my nose, and then my forehead. Make sure I'm all set. And then I will spray, setting spray again. And let that dry. So I obviously take this shade right here. It's slightly shimmery and it's really warm toned. And I just go around with this fluffy brush and bronze my face. And I especially do it on my forehead because there's like a distinct line for my hair and my foundation, don't want that. And then I just take some of the other colors and mix and do whatever. I also like to take the orange and just to brighten me up a little bit, to make it a little even more warm. And now I'm going to do blush. Have this Profusion Cosmetics brush palette. Doesn't have a name. It's just a blush palette. And I'm going to use the shade Exhale, which is like this peachy, pink, orange color. And I just smile. Put a little bit. I'm starting to really fall in love with like blush. Like I just like how it looks now. I used to never, ever, ever even think about using blush, but I do a lot now. And also take that orange again. Okay, now nose contour, very important. I normally take, okay, stuff is falling. I normally take a really concentrated brush like this, really small and precise, and that same bronzer, and I go from inside my eye down my nose bridge. blend it out with this eyeshadow brush. And then if I want to really like define it, like this is the moment, I take my soft glam palette, Anastasia, and I take the shade Rustic, which is a little dark, so you need to tab, and I go down it again to just deepen the contour. And yeah, that's it. So next is the eyes. Now I'm not gonna do too much here because this is like my everyday. I would be rushing to class. So I just put concealer, if it'll come out, on my eyes to make it one color. And I would normally blend out with this sponge, but it's way too wet, so I'm just gonna take this little brush. And boom. And then I have to set that again, banana powder. Now, go into the soft glam palette again in the shade Burnt Orange, right here. Tap. And just a little something to give our eyes some depth. And then Dusty Rose. And then I take the same nose contour brush. I'm a cross-contaminator with my brushes. I use them for a lot of different things, if you can't tell. Because I just like how tiny this one is. I should probably just get another one, but I'm not gonna do that. And I take the color Rose Pink, which is right here, and I tap, and go inside my inner corner. Normally the inner corner is like for golds and stuff, but I'm really liking like pink right now, so I'm doing that. And I am gonna add the shade Glistening, which is like gold champagne-ish color. It's on top of that so it really pops more. Like that, like so, like that. And I'm gonna take Tempura, this like cream shade, and I love, love, love this part. I feel like it just ties it all together. I take it and I put it on my brow bone. And then blend it with my finger. And it's just like, it does something. It just, I don't know how to explain it. It just does it for me. Okay, so next, where's my liner? Okay, next I would do wing liner. I don't know where it's at though. So I will just do something really quick, since I don't know where that is. I'll take this brush again and the shade Nior in the soft glam palette, and I'll just make some eyeliner, like. just to give me something more. And of course, set again. And let that dry. So next, mascara. I use both Better Than Sex and the Milk Kush mascara. So these are both minis I got from Sephora. So gonna use them because they're my favorite. And I think a lot of times like people don't know, like I guess these mascaras are good. They're like better than drugstore, I guess. But it's the way you use it, not really like so much the product itself. I think that's with a lot of makeup. As long as you like know how to use it, you don't really need like name brand products. So what I like to do with my mascara is I need a mirror. First, I go up, then down. And that just makes them like so much longer. And they might clump, but like, who cares? As long as your lashes are longer. And I do the same thing on the other side. And then I take the Milk Makeup mascara, which I really like this one a lot. And just go over it again. And then I'll go under. And I like to do this one under because it's smaller. And I zigzag and pull down. Now, for the final touch, the lips, I use a regular, just lip liner from Beauty Supply. This is Ruby Kisses in the color brown. All I do is gloss with lip liner, brown lip liner. And then I take, of course, my favorite gloss, Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow. Smells amazing, tastes amazing. And it looks amazing. And then I forgot to highlight my nose. So back in the Soft Glow palette, and I'm using the shade Glistening to highlight my nose. And yeah, I think that's it for my everyday look. I'm gonna go like get dressed, and then yeah, I'll show you the finished product. I'm back and I'm fully ready. I'm just wearing a bodysuit, tank top, and some jeans, and did my hair, pulled it all together. So I hope you enjoy this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know if I gave you any tips or secrets that you never used before. And if you do use them, let me know how it goes. And thanks for watching. Bye.